and roll. I think I started that halfway through saying rock and roll, so it's just going to start roll.
Good day to you, YouTube, and everyone listening.
And good day to you, Matt.
And good day to you, Lee.
This is starting off very civil, isn't it?
It is rather, yes. It is rather.
The only civil place on the internet, Big Talk, caffeinated and opinionated.
Oh, we're an island in the storm.
Yeah, but we're not talking about social media anymore, are we, Matt? We've sworn off of it.
Not for a while.
Yeah,
not for a while.
We're taking a
despite the fact that a bunch of stuff happened.
Yeah.
This week, we're not going to talk about social media this week because I think you've probably heard enough of that.
And
people listening.
Yeah, and you're on social media. You've seen it happen.
Yeah.
So we're going to go a bit more esoteric today. So let's jump right in. This is Big Talk, caffeinated and opinionated, ladies and gentlemen, where two caffeinated and opinionated individuals talk about subjects that they don't really know much about, but they kind of just fumble their way through and hopefully make something enjoyable out of it. I'm Lee, and I'm here.
And I'm Matt.
Yeah, that's him.
Jumped in.
That's him. My co-host or co-bro. I was thinking of that on the way home, and I thought that rhymes. I like that.
Sound like a Pokemon.
Co-bro, go!
Do fist bump.
Fist bump. Do keg stand. It was super effective. Co-bro has fainted from alcohol poisoning.
Do Jaeger bomb.
It had no effect, or did it? Speaking of which, new Pokemon game's coming out this year.
And really?
Yeah, Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Oh my!
Yeah. Apparently they've got not mega evolutions, it's like max evolutions or something, which is they're Pokemon, but they just get really, really big.
Like kaiju.
Yeah, basically. Oh yeah, it's like Pacific Rim. Without any robots. Kaiju fighting.
Okay. That's something new.
Yeah.
Are they going to have lots of new, wonderfully designed Pokemon that look like various objects?
Probably. I would imagine so. I don't think they put many of them out.
Yeah, we've had Set of Keys Mon. We've had Bag of Rubbish Mon.
I think that's Trubbish. Yeah.
Yeah. We've had Candle Mon.
I'm not sure what that one's called.
We've had Chandelier Mon.
I think it was actually called Chandelier or something like that.
We've had Sandcastle Mon.
He's got a nasty Pokedex entry.
Oh.
It's like it sucks them into the ground or something. Pokemon that is a Sandcastle Pokedex. I'm jumping straight into the sharing of the screen today.
All right.
Let's have a look at this. Right. Let's have a little look at Pokemon. So this is a Palisand.
Palisand, okay. Can we get a picture of Palisand?
We're going in. This is Palisand.
There it is, Sandcastle Mon.
So, Palisand controls human adults, making them build a sandcastle that provides camouflage and also raises its defensive abilities. Unlike Sandigas, if Palisand loses some sand from its body, it can restore itself on its own. When moving about in search of prey?
What?
You're a sandcastle. The shovel on its head revolves. It's said that the shovel could be serving as some kind of radar.
Oh, God. Okay.
So Pokedex entry. Right, what have we got? Buried beneath the castle are masses of dried up bones from those whose vitality it has drained. That Pokemon is fucked up.
Oh, God. Okay.
Possessed people controlled by this Pokemon transformed its sand mound into a castle. As it evolved, its power to curse grew even stronger.
I'm looking at the one under that. Scroll back down a minute.
Which one?
Each of its grains of sand has its own will. Palisand eats small Pokemon and siphons away their vital essence while they're still alive.
It's fucking crazy. Crazy shit.
Jesus Christ!
Could you imagine being in like Pokemon Land and just things are just trying to, like everywhere, something's trying to kill you?
Well, I imagine that's what it's like in Australia.
Yeah, definitely.
I was there for 4 days and I had to go to hospital because something bit me.
Oh yeah, when you got your it's like a spider bite or something, wasn't it?
It was something, man. I don't know. Well, they didn't. See, I went to hospital in Italy. Yeah, I went to hospital in Italy after I flew home because I couldn't walk.
Yeah.
And they just went, "Non lo so." Like, we don't know.
I don't know.
Do you know what bit me?
No. Bo.
Oh, no. Oh, wow. That just means I don't know.
Yeah.
In Southern Italian.
Yeah.
Oh, oh yeah.
God, we jumped right into the esotericism at the moment, just talking about Pokemon. We're well away from social media now.
We are, yeah. There's another one that's a balloon.
Drifloon.
Drifloon, that's the one. This is another one that's really messed up.
This is another ghost Pokemon, isn't it?
Yeah, so you can see it there.
There he is.
Lovely little, looks rather, looks kind of pleasant. It just looks like a balloon.
Yeah.
With a couple of strings.
And like some candy floss on its head.
Yeah. Oh, isn't it sweet? Isn't it cute?
Pokedex entries. It tugs on the hands of children to steal them away. However, it gets pulled around instead. Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
It is whispered that any child who mistakes Drifloon for a balloon and holds it could wind up missing. Jesus.
Good Lord. And
apparently it's saving the project, saving the next, well, the previous one. A Pokemon is a Pokemon formed by the spirits of people and Pokemon.
Oh. I'll scroll down a bit.
Stories go, it grabs the hands of small children and drags them away to the afterlife. It dislikes heavy children. Fucking hell.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. Look at Moon. If for some reason its body bursts, its soul spills out with a screaming sound.
Well, that's not terrifying at all.
That's brilliant.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
And we think our world's crazy enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
But, you know.
It is. It's more than crazy enough. Well, talking of otherworldly creatures that people have to deal with.
Go on.
We come to today's topic.
Okay.
Now, a few weeks ago, we talked about, will we ever go to Mars?
We did, yeah.
Now, the question of whether there's life on Mars has been discussed sort of, well, not really. Well, it's been discussed, not very seriously.
Yeah.
For the last, since we discovered Mars, I think.
Yeah.
So my question, Lee, what if there is life on Mars?
Ooh. Nice question.
Yeah.
Well, so I was looking into this because you said about Mars and life on Mars, and I was looking through, listened to a bit of David Bowie, obviously.
I was going to open the podcast singing.
Yeah, was you?
Just to prove that I can hit that high note, or just to show off that I can hit that high note.
Maybe you can just drop it at some point in the podcast.
Maybe, yeah. At some point.
Just at some point, just creep it in.
Yeah. Sneak in a bit of Bowie.
Yeah. So after I was I listened to a couple of hours of David Bowie, I went onto the news and I saw that they're talking about sort of life that they've seen on Earth that they think would probably end up on Mars, and it was like pasta rocks they were talking about. Like, it looked like a bit like fettuccine.
Is this the Ethiopian thing?
I'm not sure. Mars.
So I read a different thing.
Pasta.
It could be the same thing. Mars pasta.
Well, evidence for life on Mars looked like fettuccine pasta. I'll show you this. What's it called?
Only the big questions here
on Big Talk.
Yeah.
So basically, what it was, there's these. Right, I'll show you. Sharing.
All right, let's see it.
Right. So the search for life on Mars usually involves looking for past or present microbes invisible to the eye. Scientists at the University of Illinois suggest searching instead for a type of rock formation known on Earth to be created by microbes. So it looks like this, and you can see it's like a bit wavy.
Looks like melted cheese.
Yeah. So basically, there's like this bacteria, and it like kicks off this sort of type of stuff. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it kicks off kind of, yeah. Sulforihydrodium Yellowstonans. So in Yellowstone, there's this bacteria called this thing.
Yeah.
And it does some janky thing and makes this rock by eating stuff.
Yeah, this is the same thing.
Yeah, so
the same thing that I've seen.
Yeah, they're saying, look for this, and then we might find microbes. And then, who else was it? It was, what's the fucking guy's name?
Alex Jones.
Nah, not him.
Of course there's life on Mars.
No, you got to be looking for the interdimensional aliens. China, they've got cows that can breed people. They've got spiders that can make armor. He's nuts, but I love him. I love listening to him.
You take DMT and you go through a Stargate and you end up on Mars.
Choke me out. Choke me out.
Choke me out, Eddie.
He's just a nutty guy.
He is.
What was I saying? No, right. So it's the astrologist that also has the name of the guitarist from Queen.
Brian
May. No.
Brian May?
No.
Are you talking about Brian Cox?
That's what I'm talking about.
Same name as the actor.
Yes,
I'm just imagining Brian May now as an astronomer.
Yeah. Well, he's really into his saving the badgers, isn't
he? Yeah, loves badgers.
Loves the badgers. Shouldn't be culling badgers, according to Brian May. But anyway, so Brian Cox was saying that you probably need to look right down these massive canyons, because there's canyons that are like deeper than like Everest, and there should be water at the bottom of those, where they like microbial life will come up to the top in the day, heat up, and then go back down for the cold. So there's that as well. But they're basically being spoil sports and saying it's probably just going to be bacteria, haven't they?
Okay. Well, I mean, we've got life on. Well, yeah, it looks like it's going to be bacteria. Yeah. Like I've seen Ethiopian volcano microbe, and it's the same kind of thing.
Oh yeah. I remember this.
Yeah, I think it's the same phenomena, but in a volcano in Ethiopia.
Yeah.
All right. So what if there's life on Mars, but it's bacteria?
Okay. I think that's still probably going to be one of the biggest scientific discoveries of our generation, isn't it? That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's absolutely incredible. I think I'd cry. I literally think I'd cry.
Well, I mean, I think at that point, if we find life on Mars, we're definitely going.
Yeah. True.
Like, there is no debate anymore. We're going.
No. Yeah. Like, definitely.
Because that's proof, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's proof.
They'd let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
You reckon they would? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can't see that. That's not. See, if they find bacteria on Mars, they'll definitely let us know, because that's not going to cause a panic.
No, it's not a big deal, is it?
No.
Oh, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a life-threatening deal.
No. If they found something like an insect, I think if they found an insect, they might tell us if it was an insect. If it was anything bigger than an insect, they wouldn't.
No.
I think. because they don't want to cause a panic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking through that. Like, there are some great headlines here.
Go
on. This is. Hang on, it's got a load. Shit.
Shout out anything that's in caps as well. Anything in caps, shout it out.
Okay. I will. Ready? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Life on Mars breakthrough. Biologist claims Mars still has life, but it's hiding. That bacteria, that's insidious bacteria. It's hiding.
Fucking, just come out and look. You come out and show us, you bastards.
Because this is the thing. So this is the thing, right? 4 billion years ago, the Martian surface was a wetter world, featuring habitable rivers, lakes, and even a deep ocean.
Yeah.
Where there is water, there's probably some kind of life.
Yeah. Because all that happened, it just got blown away because the atmosphere got blown away, didn't it?
Well, something must have happened. Oh, yeah, so it lost its magnetic field, its global magnetic field.
Yeah, and then it just sort of blew everything off, and then everything went. Because radiation.
Do they have polar ice caps? Does Mars have polar ice caps?
Yeah, and they think there's going to be water there as well.
Oh, yeah, there's ice there, yeah.
Yeah, polar caps. Education, Mars 101. So this is from the University of Phoenix, Arizona. Oh no, it's not. This is definitely not, because this is a terrible webpage.
Phoenix Mars mission.
So there we are. So here. Can you see my mouse?
I can.
Yeah. So
you can annotate. Remember?
Oh, I can, can't I?
Yeah.
Annotating. Nice. You guys are in for a treat. I'm going nuts today. That was terrible. There we are.
There it is.
Yeah.
That looks like ice to me.
Yeah.
Although it could also be a cloud.
Could be. Yeah, undo. Get rid of this. Yeah, so there's definitely stuff there. And yeah, when there's water, and if they can prove that there is stuff in water, then that blows everything wide open, because then you've got Europa, don't you? And Europa is basically a big old sea under some ice floating around.
Yeah, it's an ocean moon, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big ball of water floating around a planet. But then you've got the ethical question of, because if you've got to dig through the ice, then as soon as you do that, you start messing with the ecosystem, don't you? Because obviously to have a big thing drilling, you need like lubrication to do that, like like oil or something like that to make it go. That's what happened in like Lake Vostok.
KY,
yeah, it's just a big load of Vaseline. But that's what happened with Lake Vostok, wasn't it? When they found like millennia old bacteria there. I think it might have been Lake Vostok or the South Pole. There was something in the South Pole that they don't really talk about, but they've got a big old drilling company out there. And they found stuff under there, but as soon as they went through it the first time, it just started killing stuff off, because you've got like all this oil in this pristine water, and it kills that off. So then there's a huge issue trying to get into Europa without... Maybe you could do it with lasers, like a really high-powered laser.
That's going to be the best way to do it, probably. There'll be a more efficient way to do it by the time. I don't think we'll have the technology to go to Europa and still be using like an oil drill.
Yeah, and really,
it would have to be something like a laser.
It's too heavy as well, isn't it? You're not going to pack a drill for the way to Europa. If you can just have an energy source that can focus enough heat as possible, that's going to be economically makes sense as well, isn't it, than carrying this big fucking drill about.
Yeah. Yes. And again though, we have to go. We have a duty to go. I think
We
have a duty to explore these things.
Well, it's kind of one of the many things that I think's just like evolved into us.
Yes.
Like from when we were tribes, we had to explore, because if we didn't and we stayed in the same place, we'd die because we'd eat all the food. It's a survival.
What's over there?
Exactly.
Well, it's a survival thing, and I don't. Is it a survival thing, or is it something deeper than that?
I reckon it would have started as a survival thing, but as we
it's evolved
and things like that, there's this sense of curiosity in us, isn't there? Because that's why why we just go for technology as well. I think that's the whole curious thing as well. What does this do? How do I like? It's that curious nature of us. So absolutely.
It's why sci-fi has like captured the imagination.
Yeah.
That's what separates us from the animal kingdom. It's that sense of discovery and that sense of curiosity. Well, not curiosity, but like sense of, I guess, looking at things bigger and wanting to discover them.
Yeah, I think that's how it originally started in us, but I think it's definitely evolved over time into this real urge and drive to do those kinds of things. So, I mean, that's what I mean. Even on like a smaller scale, I think that's why we're both on the other side of the world.
Yes,
that's probably one of the big reasons we're on the other side of the world, to discover, to explore.
Certainly part of it. Yeah, certainly part of it. But it looks like. Oh, okay. Sorry, I saw another headline in it, and we'll get to that.
All right.
It's a bigger thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So so it's looking like any life that could be there, because it can't really. Well, based on what we know of life and how things can thrive and how things can live, it's unlikely that whatever life there is going to be on the surface. It's going to be underground.
It would make more sense, wouldn't it? Because you'd have to have extremophiles that worked off radiation. Because I mean, there's things that can live anywhere. There's things that live next to hydrothermal vents at the bottom of the sea, so they're extremophiles for pressure and heat and sulfur and things like that. There's things that can live without any light, but again, they're a lot more simple in quotation marks than we are.
And I told you about that picture that looked like it was fungus on Mars.
Let's have a look. Let's bring it up.
Yeah, we'll find that, because that was just, that freaked me out. I was like, oh my god, that's a thing.
Does it look? Is it this? This one?
That's the one.
That's
yes.
Nuts, isn't it?
Yeah. So you see, like the things in the middle, the circular things.
Hang on, I'll annotate.
Now we're giving a lecture.
Yeah. So what, like these things?
You can see the objects in the middle of the picture.
Is it these things?
Yes. Now these are the things that. These are the things that if you're only listening to this, giving Lee the power of annotation may have been a bad idea.
I've drawn a penis, listeners. That's what I've done. I've drawn a penis, and I'm not sorry. Okay, I'm not sorry.
If you see the objects in the testicular area.
Yep.
These are allegedly mushrooms. Or some kind of fungus. There you go. And around it, allegedly, these are spores.
So like these. Hang on. Like these bits.
So the little white bits that look like snow. Yeah.
These bits.
The bits that looked really suspicious when you had the penis there.
Yeah. That's really interesting,
Yeah.
though, isn't it? I mean, it might be, that whole simulacra.
It could be,
where we see things, because we're very good at making
pattern
patterns.
recognition.
Yeah, incredibly good at that.
It's possible. Yeah, it's possible. And that's the thing, until we're actually there and picking them up and squidging them and that, we're not going to know.
Oh, crab on Mars.
A crab on. What the fuck is that?
Apparently, it's a Martian specimen resembling lichen. That looks like a crab to me.
Looks like a fucking crab.
But exactly. That proves it, doesn't it? That we're very good at.
Looks like a face hugger.
Yeah.
Looks like a face hugger, Lee.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We are good at doing the pattern thing. See, this is the thing, right? I was looking. There was a video online that I watched. That's like it's a channel. Let's shout them out, because they're a good channel. Like, I think it's called Bedtime Stories. I
think I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah, they do like black and white kind of horror-y stuff.
Yeah.
And they talk about Lovecraftian things, and they talk about mysteries and murders and bedtime stories. Yes.
A little bit of cosmic horror.
Yeah, a bit of cosmic horror.
Love that.
And they had one about Mars, talking about like photographs where people have seen figures on Mars that look like they're watching the probe. So that's more than likely. But here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
More than likely, that's pattern recognition. But at the same time,
what if it isn't?
If there is, what if it isn't? Yeah. What if it's not?
Yeah.
Because it could be a dude in a suit. Because you'd have to wear a suit to be on the surface.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about we talked about extremophiles. These extremophiles are all small scale, quite simple organisms.
Well, actually, I
hate to generalize. If there are any extremophiles listening, I hate to generalize. I should be more aware of these things. I'll issue a public apology later, but.
Well, right. So I saw this thing the other day. They might be simpler than us, but what was I seeing? That there were like puppies near Chernobyl, and you're not supposed to touch it.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, hang on.
That would be difficult for me. Don't touch the radioactive dogs.
Yeah. But the little pupper.
So cute.
Mate, I'll show you.
I just want to smush his little face.
Yeah.
Oh, my hands are melting.
Yeah. But I mean, they're puppies, and that's
a
damn sight more complex than a bacteria, isn't it?
It is, but I don't know about the radiation levels in Chernobyl at this point. I don't know if they're. Because there are worms in Chernobyl that have gotten really, really big.
Yeah.
Or that have at least gotten like longer than normal.
Right. So, according to the Russian website Medusa, fake news. Ukrainian authorities have captured 200 of the stray Chernobyl puppies. They are currently keeping them in a 45-day quarantine in the city of Slavutich. And then a dozen will be shipped to the US. We have rescued the first puppies. They are now in our adoption shelter, going through the quarantine and decontamination process. So, I mean, there are places that because you can go to Chernobyl. You can do like, what do you call it? Like urban exploring there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, are you ready to see these puppies, Matt?
I am.
3.
Are they 2, are they going to be cute?
1.
Oh my god, that's so cute!
Here's another one. Oh my word!
Oh no! Oh, my hands would melt off. Oh, they're adorable.
These might not all be Chernobyl puppies, but they're all adorable.
Oh no.
They're all just beautiful. So look,
they're going to end the world.
Here's a dog next to a radiation site. I don't know how much radiation is there, but life is good at finding a way, isn't it? As
I mean, people adapt. Well, creatures adapt. Yes.
Who said that? It was Jeff Goldblum, wasn't it? You know, life finds a way. Life finds a way.
Life. Yes.
Well, life
finds
a way. Jeff.
Oh man.
Jurassic
Park.
Idiot. There we are. I'll just keep that up for a while.
Oh, okay. Life will find a way.
It's my spirit animal. Actually, I'll keep this one up.
Oh, I love it.
But yeah, like on a more serious note, life does find a way, doesn't it? So it can never be discounted. We know a lot less than we think we do, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, that isn't me saying there's definitely aliens on Mars. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, you never know.
Well, yeah, I suppose you never know. Because anything would have to be underground.
Yeah.
And that could be any... See, if Mars, 4 billion years ago, was lush...
And temperate.
Yeah. And apparently a better basis for life than Earth at the time.
Yeah.
Who knows what could have evolved there?
What's to say, right?
Exactly. That's the great mystery. So let's get into some what ifs here. Let's get into. So we've got what if it was bacteria, and what if it was something a little bit bigger?
Yeah.
What if it was something? What if it was something bigger than that? What if it was something sentient?
So are we talking are we talking Martians?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if it's Martians, then we all need to stop fucking arguing with each other and get a grip. And first, I imagine we have people that are more intelligent than us that need to, assess whether we make contact or not.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though.
Go
on. It's going to depend on how we find out that they're there.
Yeah.
So if it's like a probe, let's say that one of the rovers runs into one of these guys.
Yeah.
And they take it. They'll be living underground. So let's say they take it underground, and we get a decent look at. We get a decent look at their sort of setup and their civilization. Then there'll be an issue. Then there'll be a question of whether we contact them or not. Right?
Yeah.
But what if we've got our colony on Mars,
and then we find them,
and then we find them?
Yeah.
And it kind of doesn't matter how big the colony. I mean, if it's a small colony, that's going to be less of an issue. But if it's a large colony, we're going to run into some problems because that is going to ignite a bunch of stuff. That's going to ignite a bunch of debates on Earth. It's going to ignite a bunch of debates with these hypothetical Martians as well.
We're good. Oh, I might have lost Matt.
Okay. Get my earphones in. All right.
So it would raise a lot of questions and a lot of debate, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Look at the debates over the sort of the Native American stuff that are raging even today, and like the stuff around Cortez and the Aztecs and the British Empire even. Like there's a lot, it's going to raise a lot of red flags for certain people that we're going back to our old ways.
I guess. then it becomes more of an ethical dilemma, doesn't it? What your personal ethics are. But I mean, if you've thinking what I'd do if I'm like the Governor General of Mars, you know, you're already there. You don't know that anything was there. Because it's a bit different than going to another country, isn't it? Because you're on a planet and you know that people live in different countries. Like you don't necessarily know that there's going to be people, you know, over the sea, because that might not make any sense to you. But thinking about it objectively, I don't know if foresight is 2020, but you know things are on other on other countries, but we don't know anything's on another planet. It's not like objectively we don't know that at the moment. Our objectivity says there's bacteria there.
Okay. So it might even be the case that there's a bigger debate if a rover finds advanced life before we even go.
I mean, I think it might not be a bigger debate, but I think it would be not a better debate, but one that makes more sense, if that makes sense. Because we go over there, we meet the Martians, and we're like, oh, fuck, we didn't realise that anyone was here. It may raise a debate that, colonialism, fuck you, you colonialist bastards. Well, we didn't actually know anyone was there. But
and we didn't know anyone could be there.
Yeah. If a rover finds it, then I think that is a better debate to be had.
Yeah.
Because then that is an ethical dilemma. Do we, because then we do have the foresight to go, are we going to go back to our ways where we, you know, go and try and uplift the natives, you know?
Right. Well, this would have to be, well, okay. So that raises another point. Okay. And now this is why this is a great question, right? So if we find advanced life that's sort of comparable to us now, let's say, and we're able to communicate, because if they get the rover, so that's the thing. If they get the rover, is there a way for us to communicate to the rover and actually have a message out? Because I don't know if there is.
You could do what they did in The Martian and like have it spin its camera in like hexadecimal or something maths like.
Okay, sure.
Because I think that would be the first way that you'd have to communicate with something, because maths is like you would expect is a universal thing.
Well, if they've got like I think they've got robotic arms on these things, so you could have it like scroll something in the sand, like 1, 2, 3, 4, just like counting even, or the prime numbers. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that's so, well, that would be if they're sort of comparable to us, right? What if they're not comparable to us? Cavemen.
Yeah.
And then they discover the rover.
Yeah. Then I think we get into some very shady water, and I think a lot of things could go wrong. That's my gut feeling to it. That's my gut feeling to what happens at that situation.
Yeah, because this is the thing, right? Earth's resources are finite, and it doesn't look like we're slowing down. I mean, it looks like we're slowing down a bit on sort of polluting, unless you're Chinese. But we're in the post-truth era. I have to bring up the post-truth era, where people aren't believing that this thing is happening because the argument's being presented in not the best way, and because there's a lot of hypocrisy. And
there's a lot of people shouting. Classic.
There's a lot of people shouting.
Yeah.
There's going to be a point where that becomes undeniable, and we're going to need resources to continue as a species. And there will probably become a point where we're desperate enough to go and return to the old ways.
Mm-hmm.
Because desperation and hardship breeds monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Like Hitler came out of desperation and hardship.
Oh, of course he did. Yeah, the country was in ruins, and he goes, "Let's make Germany great again." to make a poorly phrased pun there, but that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to get the economy back on track, didn't he? And he did as well.
He played on anger, and he played on fear,
mm-hmm.
and he played on the resentment of the downtrodden at the time.
Yeah.
And if we're in dire straits, it's not going to matter if we're in dire straits and there's cavemen on Mars. It could be an issue. Well, it's going to be an issue because we're just going to go, well, we can deal with them. Like technology wise, we are superior. We can take them out if needs be.
Yeah. But I mean, right. So here's a question for you then. Do you think, so if that's the case, right? So here's our thought experiment. We're fucked. We've passed the tipping points on all, ecological damage, and we're running out of resources, and we're shit out of luck. We find that there are cavemen on Mars. We have the technology to get there. Elon Musk sorted it out. Do you reckon I would? Well, I'm not going to answer the question. I want you to answer it. Do you think that the powers that be would waste all their money getting us all there, or do you reckon they take their mates and leave us to?
They would
leave us to Mad Max it out.
What they would do is they would take a select group of people, and they would attempt to see. So this is I'm running off the case. I'm running off the idea that what's happening now is only going to get worse, right? In terms of the social climate and the political climate.
Yeah.
I'm working off the fact that's going to get worse. If that gets worse, whoever is in power will probably select a group of people to go, and they'll go and they'll leave everyone here because they'll want to start again somewhere else.
Yeah.
And they'll try and create a utopia.
Yeah.
And they will, and I think regardless of who they are, regardless if they're sort of, I don't know, lefties or righties or communists or anarchists or capitalists or what have you, I think regardless of who or what they are, they'll stomp on the life that's there.
Yeah.
If it's there. Because
I've said this before, but you can work out what the minimum viable population of a species is, and that could be anything from cats, rats, dogs, horses, and people. Yes. So according to smart people, the median minimum viable population number for humans is 4,169 people.
Okay.
And that's, a fraction of humanity, isn't it?
So that's the number that will allow a species to thrive.
Well, it will allow it to not die out,
to not stagnate and interbreed itself into extinction.
Exactly. So it will allow us not to be extinct, and it will so it wards off genetic defects due to inbreeding.
Right. Okay.
So you can successfully repopulate the human race at around 4,200 people.
Well, I think if you are a bad actor, and I don't mean like Jennifer Lawrence, I mean like if you have bad intentions, you can quite easily find 4,100 people that agree with you and send them to Mars. So we've got to be careful. I think at the point, if we find life on Mars that is intelligent enough to be sort of comparable to humans, but not as advanced or not as far along, that is going to be the turning point for humanity. Yeah. Because we've got to pick a road. And there's three roads to pick.
Yeah.
Either we're going to go there regardless and do what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to try and communicate,
mm-hmm.
or we're not even going to go to Mars and we're going to leave them alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could say we could go there and land well away from them.
Yeah.
But there'll be a reason why we're sending rovers to a specific point, and it would be probably because it's a good place where we could set up something.
And if we found something, there's going to be a reason that they're in that specific space as well.
Because it's a viable space, probably.
Exactly. There's going to be resources there. There's going to be things that allow them to survive in that area.
Yeah.
So probably, if we're going to go to Mars and there's people there, we're probably going to have to be near the people.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely.
Because everything else is a gamble, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we don't go there, if we say, okay, we're going to go to Mars, but we're going to stay way away from those guys, you've no guarantee that there aren't more colonies of people wherever we're going to end up.
Yeah.
With no guarantee that there's going to be the same resource or whatever that they're living off there.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a planet. See, this is the thing. This is a planet. Let's say we did do that, because Mars is a volatile world of dust, of planet-wide dust storms that wreck shit.
It gets bombarded as well, doesn't it? It gets quite fucked up by asteroids as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it has no magnetic field because it got stripped away.
Yeah.
So if we go, so let's say that these people exist, and we decide, okay, we're just going to put a colony somewhere else. We put a colony somewhere else, and it gets wiped out by a sandstorm.
Yeah.
People are going to be pissed that, okay, we went and we weren't willing to do what needed to be done. And there'll be other people who'll say those deaths had to happen because we weren't willing to. They are necessary deaths for the good of humanity's soul, and that's going to be and both of those are arguments that are valid.
They're both valid,
but they both completely ignore the other one. Like with the latter, you're ignoring that these people died, and with the former, you're ignoring that we have a bad history. Well, I mean, it's dying needlessly.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. In some ways, it would be like, well, we knew there was danger, and they've now died needlessly. So it's a problem with a lot of variables. Because if they're reasonably advanced and advanced enough to understand our communications with them, then that's going to be, I don't know if it'll be easier, but it'll certainly remove some of the complication from it, because you can negotiate, right? You can talk to them and negotiate with them, work out language between the two, like analyze body language, have a basis of communication, try and communicate, try and work out if we can share a bit of land, give assurances that things aren't going to go wrong. But then there'll be people saying, well, things are obviously going to go wrong because we're human. There'll be people sort of, as we sort of try and evolve, as we sort of try and grow, there'll be people dragging you back. There'll be the crabs in the bucket trying to drag the crabs who are trying to get out of the bucket back down into the bottom. Man, you get that in societies today. Whenever you get that among friend groups today, when people get a bit of success and the other people don't like it, and they go, no, oh, you've changed, man. You fucking changed. I don't like how you've changed. It's like, oh, okay. And you have to make a choice then.
Yeah, I think that's a reflection on them rather than you, though, isn't it?
Well, it's a pattern that recurs.
Yeah.
It's a reflection on humanity as a whole that these people exist.
Yeah.
And it's something we've got to be aware of.
Mm.
I love space.
Oh, me too, man.
You don't get these kind of conversations when you talk about fucking Twitter, do you?
No. You just get more shouting because there's more cats.
You just get more shouting. Although, can we... I'm going to have to bring up Trump. Because Trump...
Oh, yeah, didn't he say the moon was part of Mars?
Well, it was fucking weird. It was Trump attacks NASA in baffling tweet. Hang on, sorry. Caps. Trump attacks NASA in baffling tweet, appearing to cancel his own moon policy because he wanted to go back to the moon.
Yeah,
and NASA currently are putting in a bunch of plans to go back to the moon.
It's by like 2022, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, have a space station in orbit of the moon as like a gateway onto Mars.
Yeah,
onto going to Mars.
Yeah,
and this guy. I try and, when it comes to Trump, I try not to be too, I try to be a milquetoast fence sitter with Trump.
Milquetoast.
Because I don't really, he amuses me and he does some scary stuff, but you have no idea whether what he's doing is good or bad because no one's bipartisan when they talk about him.
Yeah.
But this annoys me. This flat out annoys me. So for all of the money we are spending, NASA should not be talking about going to the moon.
Oh yeah, I've got this here. Yeah.
We did that 50 years ago. They should be focused on the much bigger things we are doing, including Mars, of which the moon is a part. Defense and science.
Yeah.
So let me just pull you back a little bit there. They should be focused on the much bigger things we are doing, including Mars, of which the moon is a part.
Yeah.
You fucking what, mate?
Yeah.
We need to go, man, we need to go back to the moon. If we're going to live on Mars, like, here's the thing. If we're going to go to a place that's a hostile environment, that's really, really far away, surely we should practice doing that with a hostile environment that's not so far away.
Yeah. And it's going to be, it's going to be like a refueling point as well. Also, I've gone into the comments because I love going into his comments. On the 13th of May, 2019, this is what his tweet was. Under my administration, we are restoring at NASA to greatness, and we are going back to the moon, then Mars. I am updating my budget to include an additional 1.6 billion so we can return to space in a big way.
Good. That is good.
Yeah.
And then the moon, we don't want to go back to the moon.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you moron.
Oh, I don't know.
Ah, man, I don't know. This is the same thing that put Obama on my shit list, man, because he fucking defunded NASA.
Yeah.
Like a crazy amount.
I
don't know. I don't know. There are things that are bigger than money. There are things that are bigger than money. And this is one of them.
And I mean, a lot comes out of space exploration as well.
Yes.
Like a shit ton of technology comes out of it, which then sort of gets like put into like civilian use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And please, let's go there.
Let's just do it.
Have evidence that we're there to shut up the fucking moon landing conspiracy pricks. Because they drive me up the wall. They drive me up the wall. All their evidence is tenuous as fuck.
Yeah.
And I just want some sense. I want some acknowledgement of our achievements.
Yeah.
And here's another bloody annoying thing.
Go on.
I'm on a rant now. Shit. Here's
No,
another bloody
going.
annoying thing. There was a talk. I think this is the same article, right?
Uh-huh.
They talk about the previous moon landings. Listen to this.
Yeah.
To date, 12 people have walked on the moon as part of NASA's Apollo program.
Yeah.
Paragraph break. All of them were men. Paragraph break.
Right.
So why are we're now politicizing that now? We're now bringing this men and women into it. Why? It's a human achievement.
Yeah.
There were women involved in getting the thing there in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, there was actually, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There was
so what? You're just going to deny them completely? You're going to deny them completely? Yes. Yeah. You're going to deny them completely because one of them didn't have their fucking footprint on the moon?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm really mad now.
Yeah.
I need to calm down.
There was the woman who did like all of the code for Apollo. I'm going to find this because let's shout out our women in space. And the woman who put together the algorithm so we could see the black hole.
Right.
Space women are awesome.
I mean, and it's not like. And here's the thing. You know what? Space women are awesome. Space men are fucking awesome as well. Space humans are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's not about men and women. It's about the human race doing stuff. Doing really big shit.
Cool shit. So yeah, here we are. Margaret Hamilton. What's her name?
Bravo, Margaret Hamilton.
Yeah. Bravo, everyone.
Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Yeah.
Bravo, Margaret Hamilton. Bravo, Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah.
Bravo, Neil Armstrong. Bravo, the code black hole lady. What's her name?
Margaret Hamilton.
She's the
black hole lady.
Yeah. Is she still alive, Margaret Hamilton?
She
is.
Believe so.
Yeah, born 1936, no date of death.
Katie Bowman.
Katie Berman. Bravo, Katie Berman.
Here we are. This is when she realised.
Bravo. Damn, she's young as well.
Yeah, she was a student. 29.
Right.
Same age as us. Bloody hell. We're here sitting here talking about space, and she's making all of these cool fucking things that make you see a black hole. Damn.
Bravo.
Damn,
Bravo
I'm
to you,
jealous.
Bravo. Man, I'm not jealous. Bravo. You do you.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing, man. That's the whole thing.
Mm.
While we worry about what fucking genitalia these people have, they're just doing shit.
Mm.
They're just doing this stuff.
Mm.
Absolutely sick of that. Absolutely sick of this gender war. This fucking inverted commas gender war that's happening. Absolutely sick of it. Doesn't matter what you've got between your legs. Matters what you can do.
Yeah. You can have nothing. You can be a Varus and still help.
Yeah. You could be whatever the hell you want. If you're doing shit like this, making it so we can see a black hole, so we know that these things exist now. If you're writing the code that gets us to the moon, if you're walking on the moon, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. So stop acting like it does.
Yeah. But I think the people who in inverted commas matters to, because I don't think it really does matter to them. I think they just want to whine.
Probably.
But what was
they just want to be loud and make noises.
Yeah.
And virtue signal. No one virtue signals.
No.
You don't have to.
And like these people, I'm going to go out on a limb and make an assumption that these people who virtue signal for other people, that I'm pretty sure they haven't asked the people that they're virtue signaling for. Well, I mean, I've seen it time and time again. there was so you know you've got a lot of we fucking got back into it. Matt, you bastard! You bastard! It's got us. Right. So I'm getting onto cultural appropriation now. This really fucks me off.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Katy Perry got ages ago, a couple of years ago, she got verbally shit canned because she dressed up like a geisha.
Okay.
Loads of people are going, yo, this is culturally insensitive. You're culturally appropriating Japanese culture. Blah 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 blah. She makes a full apology, and then I can't remember what magazine it was. I'm going to have to find it because I'm going to give you my my facts. But they went to Japan, right? And they go, were you upset with this? Like, just into the public, were you upset with this? And people were just said, no, not really.
Well, of course. Isn't this offensive?
Yeah.
No, not really. No. You know what? You know what, Lee? These people are right. These people actually, you know what? I actually agree. We should never watch anything with subtitles because it's not for us, Lee. We shouldn't watch anime or play Pokemon because it's not for us. We didn't make it, so it's not for us.
Yeah.
Bullshit. It's not how culture works.
Yeah. Culture is a sharing thing.
Yes.
And I get where the appropriation comes from because they're trying to talk about power dynamics, but also shut up. But also fuck you.
I mean, yeah.
I think most of the time, I think what annoys me about it is that, yeah, okay, it might be appropriation, it might be cultural sharing. As long as it's not done in spite or in a bad way, can we just leave people alone? Can we leave Britney alone, please? You know?
There's a difference between a white person rapping and a white person rapping in blackface.
Yes, exactly. I think that's yeah.
So, and it's like everything is like dreadlocks. Dreadlocks are one.
Yeah.
You know that dreadlocks did not originate only with I don't know. They didn't only originate with like rastas.
No.
It's a hairstyle that
wasn't it an Egyptian
hair. Thing? It came up independently all over the world.
Yeah.
It came up independently with the Vikings, with the Egyptians.
Oh, of course it did. Yeah.
Basically, if you had long hair and you didn't have the means to wash it,
yeah, that's what's going to happen.
You put it in dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Done. But then I guess it got popularized by the sort of Rastafarian movement, I suppose.
Yeah.
But were they culturally appropriating?
Well, I think I'm going to say yes, because that's basically how culture works. We share shit. It's a curiosity thing. We started talking about curiosity. We get curious about things and we like things. We're like, oh, I want to try that. And I think 9.999 times out of 10, it's not done in spite. You know?
No, it's done in admiration of the culture.
Yeah.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
It is indeed.
Yeah, and it's all about that curiosity. If this Martian culture that we discover are doing something really, really, really cool, and we start doing it on Earth, people going to get mad?
Probably. There will be people.
Probably. If they've got a new type of guitar. Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Depends. Maybe, maybe not.
I guess we'd have to ask them.
It depends if culturally imitation is seen as flattery or it's seen as an insult.
Yeah.
That's a whole other thing. We can't work out our own cultures on planet Earth and how to interact with each other without screaming. How are we going to do that with another planet where they probably don't have the same base, where they don't have the same basis in language, possibly body language. They don't have the same cultural history.
Yeah.
It's all these bumps in the road, all these huge. They're not even bumps, they're landmines, not bumps in the road.
Yeah.
What are we going to do, man?
What we do, we get onto the ship with the other 4,200 people and fuck it off. We just go, see you later, Twitter. Lee and Matt get on a rocket and send pictures back. Number 4 will shock you.
Yeah, Martians make hand signals. Number 7 is making people mad.
Yeah. Oh, hand signals. That's. We can't get away from this, can we?
That's the thing, man. It's infected. It's like a disease.
Yeah.
It's like infects everything it touches, basically.
Yeah. It was the whole okay hand signal, wasn't it? And the amount of times I've played the one where you place it below your, I guess we just call it the punch game.
Yeah. Well, what you were doing there, Lee, was you were going white power to us, and we were going bang.
But I mean, So I'm looking at my hands.
You weren't, because that's not how it works.
I'm looking at my hands at the moment. Now I have to do it with a specific hand, and I need to have an extra finger.
The right hand.
I need to do it with the right hand. It needs to be up, and I also need an extra finger to make a P.
So,
because if you do
it with the left hand, well, the arm is supposed to be the thing. If you do it with the left hand, it's QW.
Yeah. If you do it below, it's QM or MP.
BM.
Yeah.
The other one, it's MD.
Yeah.
That one means you're a doctor if you do it down.
A
medical degree.
It'd only be MD if you're looking at it, Matt. Everyone else looking at it would see PM. Prime Minister.
Well, no, if you hold it down. If you hold it down in the right hand, your 3 fingers that are up make the M.
Why am I? No.
The circle with the arm make the D.
I mean,
if you hold it down on your leg. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. If you hold it down by your leg, your right hand.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
People read from left to right.
Yep.
At the end, people are going to be seeing the 3 fingers down first. That's the M.
Yep.
And then the circle with your arm going up is the D.
Arm going up. Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, there you go.
There we are.
Got there in the end.
And then BM, bodily movement.
Yeah. If you do that, people just need to just like wobble around.
Yeah. Do you know what really pisses me off, though? Everything's pissing me off at the moment. As soon as we talk about it, I get cross. Right. So the loud left, as I'll call them now.
Yes.
They say that, like white power people have co-opted that signal. Well, what's to say that I can't fucking reclaim it?
Co-opt it back.
Yeah. What about divers? What about divers when people are asking divers if they're okay? Are they not allowed to do that anymore? Are they going to have to do a thumbs up and say they want to go up?
Are you okay down there? White power.
Up. Can't do it. But why can't we reclaim things? Why is that not allowed?
What? Well, I mean, apparently it is allowed because like the N slur got semi-reclaimed.
Yeah.
And queer got semi-reclaimed.
Yep.
Well, depending on if you want LGBTQ. Q stands for queer or questioning.
Yeah.
Unless it's more advantageous for you to see it as an insult, and then it's an insult.
Yeah. I don't know, man. When people try,
it's a god awful small affair.
Yeah,
I'm doing it now.
He's done it.
Back to the girl with the mousy hair. Before we get into it more, is there life on Mars? That wasn't so good. It was there. It wavered a bit.
Yeah.
I had to pull us back to Mars because we were getting sucked into the black hole that is Earth.
Too long, just read. Everything about social media annoys me. Why can't we co-opt things back? Culture should be shared. Those are my points.
Mm-hmm. And on Mars, so let's talk about cooperating.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about cooperating and being nice.
Okay.
Let's talk about doing that with people on Mars who don't speak your language.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about love with Martians, Lee.
Oh, God.
Because that's bound to happen.
Yeah.
That's bound to happen.
It's definitely going to happen.
I mean, people fall in love with inanimate objects.
And I mean, the thing is, like, with technology as well, as soon as we make a new technology, one of the first question is, how can we get to fuck this? You know, like you get the internet, and I'm not sure how long it would have been, but in a while, people are going to start sharing nudie photos, and then they're going to be like, oh, how do we fuck? VR comes out. VR porn, I'm sure, was straight in there. We're like, right, we're going to fuck.
Absolutely.
This, you know?
Yeah. How can you act like you're right there?
Yeah. So as soon as some new, anything new, it's like, how do we fuck it? That's like a human thing. We're curious and we're horny fuckers. Those are two universal things about humans. Curious, horny bastards.
And it doesn't matter how the Martians look.
Nah.
Because everyone's got their kink.
Everyone's got a kink, man. I've always said that.
And
yeah.
You have. And love tends to transcend, it can transcend physical limitation and physical. I mean, like, there's a woman who married the Eiffel Tower.
Yep.
Right? There's a woman who married a bit of fence. Like, you transcend this. Love transcends the physical sometimes. Sometimes.
Okay. There might be more behind that, I reckon.
Maybe.
That's going to be my question tomorrow. Is it okay to love a fence?
I'll ponder that one. Well, yeah.
Well, actually, right. Thinking about it from that point of view about loving a fence. So,
yeah.
Now, chances are that person has got some poor mental health going on. Chances are.
Quite possibly.
I'm making assumptions, but let's assume that that's correct. And sort of these sort of very, very fringe loves, in quotations, stem from like some sort of poor mental health, be that like a mental illness or trauma or whatever. Something's cross wires up in your brain. Then you start loving rocks or bits of felt.
Mm-hmm.
One would assume that they're not going to get to Mars because you're going to have to. Well, I mean, not even like in sort of like a genocide-y kind of way. More like a professional way. Like you ain't gonna pass Spaceman 101, are you? You're gonna freak before you hit the shuttle.
Well, not necessarily. You can be high functioning and have these other sort of urges, I guess.
I reckon you could be high functioning, but I reckon they're gonna do some serious psychoanalysis on you, because if you got any kind of, I reckon you probably wouldn't even be allowed on there if you get like regular panic attacks.
Oh, absolutely. Well, yeah, obviously.
You know, anything like that. Yeah, exactly. I reckon they're going to try and keep the nutters, including myself, away from that space shuttle as much as they can, because otherwise you've got more chance of there being a space serial killer on the loose. So you would expect, I say expect, it's not going to be certain, that you're going to have all compos mentis people up there. No one's getting panic attacks. No one's nutty like I am.
But with the right amount of money and influence, anyone can get on that shuttle.
It depends what that mission's for, though, doesn't it? If it's a commercial thing, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if it's moving,
are we saying colony?
If it's the scenario of moving 4,100 people to Mars.
Oh, right. Okay. Doomsday.
Someone is going to pay to get on that.
Okay, we're talking doomsday. Okay. Then definitely nutters like me are going to be getting on there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
If it's a scientific mission, no way.
Nah.
If it's the initial colony, no way.
Yeah.
But after that, it's a free-for-all.
Even then, as I was going to say, even if you've got all compos mentis people up there, there's still going to be a chance because of that curiosity thing, I reckon. Especially
well, anyone can crack, man. Anyone can crack.
Of course they can. No one's lived out in space, have they? So it's all conjecture what we'd be like if we met on Mars. But
well, people have lived in space, but no one's lived on Mars.
No.
And when you're faced with the unknown, you can't prep for the unknown.
No.
So, and life on Mars is an unknown.
It's a big one, isn't it?
And the second that one becomes known. Like, even if we found ruins on Mars,
yeah,
that would be freaky.
That'd be nuts, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if we found like an ancient underground city, that's like Lovecraftian.
Yeah.
If you found like an ancient underground city,
you find a big oily
and everyone's dead.
Black monolith there.
Yeah, and everyone and all you find is skeletons. Or you find, or even worse, you find nothing. You find this city and you find nothing else.
Long time to run home, isn't it?
Yeah. And why are they gone?
Yeah.
So there's other theory. These are my favorite. These might be my favorite videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
The ancient interstellar war pseudo conspiracy theory videos.
Oh,
they're my favorite. They are my favorite.
Love a space conspiracy. I love it.
Like the craters on the moon aren't from asteroids. They're from nukes.
Nukes. Yeah.
The reason why Mars lost its magnetic field is because of some alien superpower that destroyed it to eliminate their enemies. Was it nukes as well?
Yeah.
Nukes. Yeah, nukes. I love those videos, man. They just capture the imagination.
You've got the Deimos monolith as well, haven't you?
The what?
The Phobos monolith. Hang on.
Bring it up. The Deimos or the Phobos monolith?
I think it's Phobos. Yeah, Phobos.
Oh.
And this was the one. This was the one that was the one that was an extrasolar moon, wasn't it?
Show me.
One of them.
Do you have a picture of it?
I've got a. So here we are. Now again, it could be the whole simulacrum thing, but it's a monolith. It's like rectangular.
Oh. Yeah.
And Buzz Aldrin started talking about it. It's like there's this monolith on Mars, and people are like, "Wait, what? Sorry? What?"
Yeah. The Doom music is playing in my head.
Yeah. Dead Space.
Yeah.
With the markers.
And 2001.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. That's freaky.
Yeah. They tried to talk it away that it was a
it was just a rock. Just a bit of rock.
Yeah. So this says it's about 85 meters, and then I saw something else, and they're like, oh, it's just like 5 meters, and it was probably bedrock because tectonic activity pushed it up. I'm pretty sure Phobos isn't tectonic.
It's small. It's really, really small.
Yeah.
It's basically an asteroid.
I'm pretty sure it was extrasolar as well. Or they think it was extrasolar, because this is the one that's going to crash into it, I think. I think this is the one that's going to crash into Mars in like 100,000 years and make it a ringed planet. Other name features. Origin. Origin of Martian moons is still controversial. Phobos and Deimos both have much in common with carbonaceous types, C-type asteroids. Blah, 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 both in similarity. One hypothesis is that both moons may have been captured main belt asteroids. So it might, not necessarily extrasolar then.
No. What? Hang on. So the theory is that they came from outside the solar system.
No, this says one hypothesis is main belt, so the asteroid belt.
Yeah.
So you see,
but extrasolar.
Yeah.
That would mean from outside.
Oh no, that's just me saying it. That's just me saying it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But equally, they could, because one of them has a not depreciating orbit, but the one where it just is eventually just going to collide with it and make Mars.
Oh, you cut out a little bit.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Sweet. I've just pulled out my microphone, but I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, one of them is is degrading. It's got a degrading orbit. That's it.
Yeah. And that's Phobos.
Yeah.
Could the monolith be linked to this degrading orbit?
Maybe. Could you imagine if it was like an engine and it was like the protomolecule in the expanse and it was trying to hit us, but it got caught around Mars?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Or whoever in this ancient interstellar war, someone sent it at Mars, and it went off course and it got stuck in orbit.
Yeah.
We already had one.
Phobos is a nuke confirmed.
We already had one hit the Earth 65 million years ago and kill off the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Who's to say that it only killed the dinosaurs, Lee?
Yeah. Maybe it killed them aliens as well.
Killed them aliens.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs were aliens.
Dinosaurs are aliens confirmed.
Dinosaurs were aliens. And they were big human hybrids. Interdimensional aliens. They were all taking DMT. And speaking of the space wizards, choke me out, space wizards. Choke me out, Tyrannosaurus. Choke me out. Do it on camera.
He must have a scary life, I'm sure.
I imagine.
I'd be scared.
Well, even if people weren't gunning for him, which they are, which doesn't help. Which doesn't help his mental state at all.
No, of course not.
He probably lives in you know what? I would love to spend one day with Alex Jones, just one day.
Yeah.
Just to listen to it. I wouldn't get a word in.
No.
I would just be like sitting there, just listening to him.
Just buy him various drinks and just keep plying him with drinks to just keep him hydrated and just sit there.
I'll just be taking notes. I got about 3 sci-fi novel ideas out of his podcast with Joe Rogan.
Well, we were talking about this when I was in Japan, weren't we? And we were talking about it and we were like, oh my God, there is just so much gold from this man.
Yeah. He's a creative faucet.
Yes.
There was another word that I was going to use instead of faucet. But I couldn't think of it, so I said faucet. Gold mine.
There we are.
You know that thing that's nothing like a faucet?
Yeah. Complete opposite. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the question today came from another idea that I was having about like a shipwreck on a ship wrecking and the survivors going to an island and having to like build a society. Not like Gilligan's Island or like Robinson Crusoe. Yeah. But like a proper. There's like 60 of them.
Right.
And in my mind, it was like a slave ship.
Okay.
or like an off the books like slave ship.
Right.
And this is not on Earth. This is in my fantasy world. But
okay,
this off the books ship, slave ship, gets like wrecked by a storm, and the survivors make it to this island, and they have to overcome their differences.
Yeah.
They have to build some kind of, because they're not going to get rescued. No one even knows they're there.
No,
or there's like a small chance that they'll get rescued. It's off the books.
Yeah.
And slavery is very, 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 very frowned upon in this world, right? So, which doesn't stop them doing it under the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
But there's a good chance they're not going to get rescued. So they've got to try and build some kind of life or something on this island.
And get along.
And get along. Yeah. And I was thinking about this story, and I've started sort of plotting it out. I've like drawn a map of the island. I know where everything is on the island, and it's like this would be a 2,000 page book easily.
Yeah.
And that would be like, because there's so much, and then there's other things going on. There's other islands that have people on them.
Right.
That are maybe not too happy that they're there, but that you can get 2,000 words on them on this island. Trying 2,000. I keep saying words. 2,000 pages.
You could get an epic out of it. Yeah.
You could get a something that could be used as a coffee table.
Yeah.
Out of it. I mean, 2,000 pages would cover them probably wrecking, getting to the island, finding food, finding water, overcoming their differences. Because this is like, it would be slaves. It'd be the majority would be like slaves, and then the minority would be the people who were on the ship, who are like the crew of the ship.
Yeah.
So guards and sailors, like.
Yeah.
So what happens there? Because these people they're not slaves anymore. Because they can't be.
No.
But they all have skills. And then you've got, what kind of slaves are they? Well, there are slaves that are building. There are slaves that were sort of service slaves. There are sex slaves.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do with all these people that have different skill sets?
Yeah.
How are we going to build a society? We don't need, I mean, what are we going to do? We don't need sex slaves at the moment on this island. Why, you know?
If that was my skill, I reckon I would go straight black market. Start amassing resources through my sex slavery, my sex skills.
Oh, you mean you become like a crime lord?
No, I'd just whore myself out and make loads and loads of money. If that was my skill, I'd use that, and I'd get secrets. That's what I'd do.
Right. So there's that's that. There's a whole thing, man. There's a whole thing. And that made me think of today.
Yeah.
Because there won't be those issues on the first couple of missions, probably.
No.
To Mars.
No.
Because everyone will be on the same page. But what if we're not on the same page? What if there's a disaster and we're not on the same page and we go? You know, it's a whole thing. This topic has many, many legs.
Yeah.
It's like sprouting new ones and scuttling around.
Yeah. It's fascinating because it with humanity as a whole.
Yeah.
And humanity as a whole is a difficult fucker. Isn't it? You know?
It's a spicy meatball.
Yeah.
Because no one's on the same page about anything.
Everything.
Totally.
Yeah. No one's got exactly the same views.
I mean, it's really something.
Mm.
So I'm going to bring up. So I mentioned earlier that I saw something big.
Okay.
And I'm going to bring it up now.
Okay.
It's not necessarily to do with Mars.
Yeah.
But it's certainly to do with disaster.
Okay.
And you know it's serious because there's no caps.
Okay.
Asteroid big enough to destroy city could hit Earth within months. ESA in shock warning.
What?
Yep.
Asteroid to hit Earth.
40 meters wide. It's due to pass on September the 9th. But there's a 7,000 to 1 chance that it will crash into Earth.
Right. Okay. I've got it up. Let's go. Let's go share.
Mm-hmm.
Back on space.com, obviously.
Yep. So it's not an extinction level event.
Yeah. It's 40 meters as opposed to 10 kilometers, but it could do some real fucking damage. Now you see,
it could destroy a city.
This doesn't worry me that much, and I'll tell you for why.
Okay.
So I subscribe. I'm on a mailing list for like spaceweather.com.
Oh, okay.
I went on there to find out when like geomagnetic storms would happen, so you can see the aurora borealis or aurora australis, and you've got a couple of days' notice basically to see those.
Okay.
And they also do sort of other news and stuff like that. And there are a fuck ton of asteroids that come within spitting distance of ours, like sort of not galactically, but sort of like in a stellar sense. And a lot of the time, it seems as though we only find out like with not a lot of time. If one's ever coming, I think we'll know too late, if I'm honest. Well, the thing is, where all of our telescopes are that work for it, a lot of them are on the northern hemisphere. A lot of them are based there. You've got a couple in like Chile and things like that, but basically you need them really fucking high up to do it properly. Now, along with that, them being on the northern hemisphere, a lot of them came up for like repairs, or are coming up for repairs within about 3 years, within sort of a 3-year window of last year to I think it's about 5 years. So from like last year to about 3 years in the future, a lot of them come up for repair. So a lot of our eyes in the sky don't fucking work for a while.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
So if one's coming, you're not going to
know. Until either very, very shortly before or it smacks into you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now that is coming from Big Talk, Caffeinated and Opinionated, where our tagline is we don't know an awful lot about anything. So a lot of that is hearsay, but you can look into stuff where it shows like what is used as our sort of our protection net, if you like. But yeah, a lot of them come under renewal, and all you need is one to be really fucking fast. You know, if that hits another star really on a really good slingshot, that's going to come in really fucking quick. But at the same time, I say that space is really, really big.
Yes, it's really, really big and quite empty.
Yeah, it's probably like, you know, trying to hit a golf ball at a flea's eye, and that's probably giving the asteroid too much credit, too much, you know.
7,000 to 1 though. I mean, as odds go, as space odds go,
it's not the best, is it?
No, no. It's slightly worrying.
Of asteroids on close collision with Earth. No, don't care about that one. List of asteroid close approaches to Earth. So there's like a shit ton. Closest known per year.
Okay.
So yeah, these ones are coming in. These ones are coming up quite close. That's quite big. What did we say the one that killed the dinosaurs was?
6 kilometers. 10 kilometers.
Okay, so that is 1.4.
Oh, okay.
But they think
that's worrying.
Well, they think it's going to be.
Oh, that's that's far enough away for it to be
lunar distance. So
probably okay.
It's over half away. But 2000. So okay. Here's some of them. Like there's a shit ton every year. So 0.10.
Yeah.
That was 2 meters, and again, if it did come into our atmosphere, a lot of it's going to break up.
Yeah.
So what was there was like the Tunguska one, the one that came over Russia a couple of years ago.
Oh, that was 20 meters.
It might have been this one, mightn't it? That wasn't it.
It was 20 meters big. I don't know.
Yeah.
20 meters long. 20 meters squared surface area, I guess.
Absolute magnitude is a measure of luminosity. I don't know. But yeah, a shit ton of them get really fucking close to us. Like every year. This is nothing compared to what I've seen in other ones.
Yeah.
Predicted encounters. Let's have a look.
Oh, here we go.
So interestingly enough, the one that's coming in September isn't on here.
Oh.
And this is what I mean, man.
Or is it a hoax? Could be a hoax. Could be bullshit.
And also, just a lot of them don't fucking like just show up on our radars until too late because some of the radars are off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if it happens, for one, I don't think they'd tell us either. That's one thing that's really going to raise panic.
Yes.
I mean, you look at what happened in Hawaii. Was it last year, where there was the mass alert that there was a nuclear impact imminent to them, and it wasn't they said it wasn't a drill, but it was a drill because someone pressed the wrong fucking button or something.
Oh,
and they said
God.
There was imminent destruction of Hawaii. False.
Why would you? Hang on. What? I didn't even hear about this.
Yeah, 2018.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, last year. So Saturday morning, 13th of January 2018, a ballistic missile alert was issued by the emergency alert system over everything in the state of Hawaii, and it said there was an incoming ballistic missile threat to Hawaii, and it said advise residents to seek shelter, and concluded that it wasn't a drill. Now this was around the time where that whole thing was really heating up with North Korea, and they're like, oh fuck, well,
oh God,
nuclear holocaust. Fuck, what we're going to do. I went on Reddit the day after it happened, and some people, like a lot of people, were like really calm. They were like, well, this is it. There was a lot of there was quite a bit of issues with it, and there was a second alert as well. Yeah,
second alert.
38 minutes said that it was a false alarm.
Oh my God! So for 38 minutes, you think you're gonna fucking die?
Yeah.
Oh, not well. Hang on. For 38 minutes, it's bigger than that. For 38 minutes, you think the world's about to end?
Yeah.
Because nuclear war is no joke. You heard it here first, guys.
Yeah.
Other controversial opinions to come.
Yeah.
Nuclear war's no joke. Jesus.
What do you do in that situation?
That must have been horrible, because you think about it, right? You think you're on Hawaii. It's not exactly. Well, I imagine that there will be like military bases there.
Yeah, hugely, because that was sort of like your.
That's like Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor's is Hawaii, isn't it?
That was your entry to like the Eastern Front, basically.
Yeah, so I guess there's a precedent then.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So yeah,
damn, man, that's horrible.
They had a lot of stuff from the Cold War because Russia.
Yeah, well, they must have had nuclear bunkers.
Yeah.
fallout shelters.
It's nuts, though, right? One man suffered a heart attack minutes after saying he thought that his last goodbyes with his children.
No kidding, man. No kidding.
Yeah.
Because someone pressed the wrong button.
I think so. Something like that.
I didn't even hear about this. And I'm connected to the news.
Yeah. State officials blamed a miscommunication during a drill.
God.
But, I mean, you don't really know what you do in that situation, do you? I think, and I don't know if they would tell us. Would you want to know?
Oh, God. Oh, man.
That's a big talk question in itself, isn't it?
That is a big talk question. TBC.
Yeah.
TBC. Because I need to think about
that.
I need to think about that to say whatever unknown opinions that I would have about it.
Breaking character. Well, I suggest we bring that up next week.
Okay. Cool. That's next week's topic.
Let's have a think for a week. The end of the world is upon us. What happens in that situation for the world?
Well, the world ends, Lee.
on a personal, national level sort of thing.
Okay, for next week.
What's the fallout of that news? That's your homework for next week.
Okay, Daddy.
If anyone else wants to chip in on this topic as well, by all means, get us on the comments anywhere, and let's have a conversation about the end of the world, fuckers. I don't like to end this on a high note. It always needs to be on the low note.
Yeah. Indeed. Well, before we end, I've got one more thing.
Go on.
Because I'm on this website, and I just keep clicking. I'm getting into a black hole on this website, right?
That's what happens, man.
So here we go. Diamond spaceships spotted on asteroid by alien hunters. Shock claim.
I mean, that is quite a shocking claim.
It is. And I'm looking at the picture on asteroid Vesta.
Okay.
And NASA have chipped in with this as well.
Of course they
have. NASA also happens to think that this might not be an asteroid, but a small planet the size of the state of Arizona. So it's 500 and something. It did say the size.
Is this for Vesta?
Asteroid Vesta 4, yes.
Yeah. It's one of the largest objects in the asteroid belt, apparently.
And 2 diamond-shaped spaceships have been spotted on it, apparently. So NASA think it might not be an asteroid, but a small planet the size of the state of Arizona.
Oh. Second most massive and largest after Ceres.
Yeah, and look how many nukes have struck that.
Yeah.
Definitely not asteroids, even though it's in the asteroid belt. It's definitely nukes.
This is the astrological symbol of Vesta.
Oh.
Snazzy.
That is snazzy. Astrological symbol?
Yeah. Who knows?
Okay. Who knows?
Does Ceres have one? Let's have a look.
Probably. If it's
it does.
This is the second biggest one.
It's a sickle. Ceres, the death moon.
Oh, dwarf planet. Where's that then?
That's in the asteroid belt.
Okay.
And look how many times that's been nuked.
It's been nuked like crazy.
And look at this one. Look, I'll show you. Hang on.
Hang on, there's one that's really white.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one you're looking at, yeah.
Yeah. Undo. I'm gonna draw around it. There's 2 actually. There's that. And there's that.
Oh. Okay, well, that is interesting.
Mm.
A recent nuking, very recent.
Maybe that's diamonds.
Maybe that's why it got nuked, man, for the diamonds. Yeah. And it also got nuked because it's got a sickle.
Yeah.
The symbol's a sickle.
Death Moon.
There's no. They haven't put the hammer in yet.
Yeah.
So there was space communists, and they got nuked for being space communists.
Adjectives.
The hammer got nuked off. Cerarian?
Mate, they're telling us that there's things on Ceres.
Oh. Are there diamond spaceships on Ceres?
Don't know. Diamond.
Spaceships.
Spaceship. Vesta.
All right, so I think it's that. Hang on, let me just double check. I think it's that first picture there. The first image. Oh, okay, it's gone. There we go. There you go.
How do they know they're diamond? Oh, they're diamond shaped.
Diamond shaped.
I thought it was like the material was diamond.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it says one of the UFOs looks as if it's coated in a layer of dust, which would suggest that it has been there for a considerable amount of time. Right. But the other one seems metallic. I don't know how they can tell that because they both look like rocks to me.
Yeah. Very interesting.
It's all fascinating. If you've got an imagination, this is all just like it's like crack. If you've got an imagination,
100%. As soon as you fall down those holes, that's it. After we talked about the cults, I was in that hole for a week.
Mm-hmm.
A week.
And what? And why would they be there? Why would they be there? Yeah. Hang on, they were in the hole for what? Yeah. Why would they be there as well? Why would you be on an asteroid? Because it's incognito.
Because you're hiding. You're hiding from us.
You're hiding. What are you hiding from? Are you hiding from us? Or are you hiding from something else?
Oh my word.
Why, if there's one that's covered in a layer of dust and one that's not, why is the one there covered in a layer of dust? Has it been there for a long time?
Yeah. Also,
and one of them's active.
Could be a big rock.
Also could be a big rock.
Yeah.
Could be two rocks that look similar to each other in close proximity to each other.
Yeah. Could also be aliens, though.
Could be aliens.
Yeah.
They could be taking DMT.
Aliens, interdimensional aliens on Vesta.
Talking to the lizards. Talking to the lizard man. Who's the lizard man guy? What's that guy's name?
Oh, I don't know. If I type in lizard man guy, it's probably going to come up with that guy from Alien guy.
What did you say? Lizard man, alien guy.
As you can see, my Google skills are top notch.
All right, let's see what comes up.
If anything comes up, that's the thing.
I want to say David something. And like he used to be famous for something else.
David.
He used to be famous for something else.
Yeah.
And then he became, then he sort of started on the, he's the guy who talks about like rich people being lizard people. Like the Illuminati and stuff. Is Mark Zuckerberg actually a lizard?
Probably.
Obviously he is.
David Icke.
David Icke. The Queen is a shapeshifter.
From the Express, where you can get all your best news.
Yeah, man. Explains his infamous theory why the Queen is a shape-shifting reptile. Maybe she was actually every queen.
Yeah.
And every king. Shape-shifting. Controlling the British Empire.
Yeah.
Except now we don't have a British Empire, so she didn't do the best job.
Nah, she's not done.
Or it didn't do the best job.
It's uncanny. Look. Absolutely uncanny.
Hang on. 2 eyes, a mouth, a head. Obviously, she's an alien. It's an uncanny resemblance.
Christ. Moon is hollow Death Star, like Alien Base says. Shocking theory. Please tell me more.
Oh,
Oh,
amazing!
It's David Icke again. I reckon he got fired from his previous job, and he's like, right, how the fuck do I make some more money? Conspiracy.
Well, he didn't get fired. He like stepped off the reservation. Like he came up with all these like lizard man theories.
Right.
And now he's just carrying on.
Right. Gotcha.
And it's the kind of guy, because you can tell that there were people out there who were doing it just for like the lols.
Yeah.
But like him and Alex Jones, you can tell they believe it to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Because they've both stepped off the reservation.
Yeah. And ain't coming back.
No. People are fascinating, man. That's a big talk topic as well.
What's that? Conspiracies or
like
people?
Conspiracy theory people.
Yeah.
Why conspiracies?
Yeah. Are people cray, or do they know too much?
Are people really lizards?
Yeah.
That might be the next 2 weeks. And then we're going to be labeled. Then we're going to be labeled a conspiracy theory channel and taken off YouTube.
Yeah.
And then we'll be like, well, hang on, were we saying something that was true and we're being silenced? And then we're Alex Jones, Lee.
Yeah.
And we're taking DMT.
The best question to ask is one that no one wants you to answer.
I like that.
Did we answer this question?
I think we got distracted. We got pulled into the black hole of Earth.
Yeah.
We were pulled back out by David Bowie, and then we started talking about asteroids.
Yeah.
So let's go back. Let's circle back around.
Okay.
Let's jump back on the Segway and pull ourselves back around.
Right. What if there is life on Mars? Then we have some really big decisions to make about who we are as a civilization, as a global civilization.
And what we will be remembered for, and what the future holds.
If we don't get hit by an asteroid in a couple of months.
If we don't get hit by an asteroid. And if the Queen isn't actually a lizard.
Yeah. So I guess, we don't know, but whatever the decision is will define us as humans.
And the thing is, that decision is going to come. That decision would come before we're ready for it.
Very true.
Inevitably.
Yeah.
But if it's bacteria, everyone will be happy.
Everyone will be fine.
If it's bigger than bacteria, there's going to be a crisis of. There's going to be an ideological crisis.
And someone's inevitably going to want to fuck it.
Inevitably.
Yeah.
The woman who married the Eiffel Tower will have an affair with an alien.
Yeah. That's love, man. Love's great.
Love's complicated.
Speaking of which, have you fell in love with TV yet?
No.
No? You're still young, free and single?
I'm still young, free and single.
Yeah.
I'm reading more. I'm going old school.
Yeah. We'll see.
It was a simpler time.
I saw the trailer for Picard and I almost blew my load. And it was just him getting some wine. And I was like, yes, Patrick Stewart! Fanboy over here.
Yeah.
And because it's about space, because space is so fucking fascinating, man.
Yeah, it is fascinating.
Right. So we can't answer this question, but that's okay.
Well, I don't think no one can answer it until it happens. And it's down to people with more knowledge of these things and who are more qualified than two people who have drunk a lot of coffee and are making an internet show.
Yeah, very true. But I'd be interested in what everyone else thinks. So what do you think could happen? Let us know. Or don't, you know. It's your life.
Up to you big people.
Yeah, grown-ups.
Some lizards, maybe.
Oh, imagine if lizards are listening.
They're always listening, Lee.
Christ. Right, I'm cutting this short before the lizards get us.
Before the lizards take away the doors.
Yeah. You know, like, comment, subscribe, hashtag it. All of those cool hipster, hip hop things that everyone does. Yep. Hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't,
Jesus, Grandad.
Sorry.
All right. All the hipster, hippity hoppity things.
The hip hop, beep bop, scoobity bop things that you do. And yeah, just remember.
You just witnessed the moment we stopped being young.
Yeah. Well, you know, if we're not in The Sims, and we might be real, you might always get hit by an asteroid. So sleep tight.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.